There we go. Hey, thanks for joining me. It's Dr. Bad Vibes. Hello, hello, hello. We've got some news, and why not some airplane news? That seems to be all I can find. I'm not doing it on purpose. We got a new one. If diarrhea wasn't bad enough, Delta's got some problems. Delta flight turns back after maggots fall on passenger. So, yeah, it's a flight from Amsterdam to Detroit. It was forced to turn back an hour after takeoff after maggots fell from the overhead cabin onto unsuspecting passengers. The staff identified the owner of the offending suitcase and detained them on the plane after the rest of the travelers left the aircraft. And so basically, they had some food on the airplane, but it came with a prize. So it was compelled to turn back after, let's see, return back to Schiphol. I'll never say that right. It was after a suitcase containing rotten fish in the overhead bin broke open and the maggots began to fall on the unsuspecting passengers. Like, I'm guilty of keeping leftovers too long. I'll probably still eat them, but when they have maggots in them, you gotta let go. Just let go. It's time to let go. So yeah, they got everybody off and cleaned the aircraft. Not unlike the diarrhea airplane. If you don't know what I'm talking about, check my very first video on this channel. It's poop. It's funny, and it's on an airplane. It's inhumanly possible to do what they did. So, anyways, a passenger named Kelsey, is it Taylor Swift's boyfriend? Was he on the plane? Anyways, Kelsey told Daily Mail that Delta staff had identified the owner of the suitcase, the rotting suitcase, and detained them after the rest of the passengers left. So they don't know if any action was taken against them. I'll pull up the gallery in a second. So basically, they brought on a suitcase full of rotten fish, which, not shockingly, if it was so rotten it had maggots on it. And of course there was a Redditor. This seems to be the new thing. If something happens on an airplane, somebody hops on Reddit. So one Reddit user who was reportedly sitting a row ahead of where the incident happened later said the fish had been packed in newspaper, and they were quoted saying, "My family and I were in the row directly in front of the maggots. The lady right behind us told the flight attendants the maggots were falling on her head." Ugh. "I turned around and they were wiggling around on the seat. How did you not notice that when you packed them? What fish is that important?" Anyways, they further say, "They moved us further in the front, though. One of our carry-on bags was right nearby the disgusting one, so at the end of the flight, when I went to get it after checking it over thoroughly, the passenger in question was still sitting there and didn't exit the plane. They think there was some kind of consequences, but unclear what. Also, apparently it was wrapped in newspapers. Absolutely gross." Yeah, so if you want to carry fish, unless you're coming straight home from the market, don't use a newspaper. Maybe not even then, because the ink will get on the fish. You'll eat the ink. See if it's got anything more. They do reference, not the first disgusting story from Delta in the past year. Yeah, of course they have a reference. Again, this is my first video on my channel, the Delta diarrhea flight. This is last month's plane. Well, was it last month? No, it's further back. Oh no, this was the other one. How bad's that? There's been 2 poop stories from Delta Airlines in the past few months. Actually, this video I just put up recently. So yeah, I put this video up a couple weeks ago. I'll probably link these in the description. So if you're watching this after the fact, check those out. There's been a lot of poop stories on Delta planes. So yeah, last month, this was in January, I think. Yeah, if you want to check that out, I have more details, probably too many details on that last poopy pants flight. And I do have the first one for sure. That's the very first video on this channel. That's my legacy, diarrhea airplane. Let's see here. They have some, see what the gallery has to look at. Stock footage. Yeah, we know what fish look like. We know what flat plane, airplane. Is this seriously all their footage? Cool. Very helpful. Wanted to see something gross. But yeah, so again, everybody's trip got ruined. So as compensation, travelers are given 8,000 air miles, hotel room compensation, and a $30 meal ticket if they were delayed overnight. Oh man, that's annoying. I'd hate to be one of those. Well, I'd hate to be the people that had maggots raining on them. That would be the worst. Anyways, if you're not familiar with Workaholics, there's a miscommunication in an episode where they think a code word is them saying, getting somebody's attention by going, "Ayo, maggots." So we say that. We say that a lot, but not like this. Not for real. That's pretty bad. Oh gosh. So yeah, SPD girl. Had the X-ray security not questioned the bones? That is a good question. I mean, I guess they thought it was food. They must have thought, I mean, it's not illegal to take food. You can bring all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I was reading that. I missed, yeah, Jen's in the chat now, so she's doing the AO Maggots thing. Let's see. Sorry, I'm getting caught back up on YouTube chat here. Yeah, Cabbage Joe, didn't some woman try and poop a couple weeks ago in the plane? Actually, that was another bodily function story. I did a video on that one as well. Actually, that one's not up yet. I'll put that one's going to show up this week, I think. Yeah, there was a lady who got so upset about not being able to go to the bathroom on the plane that she tore her clothes off and almost peed in the aisle in the front of the plane. I think she stopped herself, but not in time to not get in trouble because she had, you know, yanked her clothes off in front of a bunch of families coming home from Disney. I've got a lot of plane stories to link, so if you're watching this video after the fact, definitely check the description. If you haven't seen them already, there's going to be plenty of bodily function gross plane stories if you're into it. So, yeah, there's not much else to say about that. Don't bring rotten fish onto an airplane. Don't bring rotten fish anywhere. The only place rotten fish should go is the trash. Throw it away. Do not eat. If it's to the point where only maggots will eat it, it's trash. Ayo, maggots.